Okay, Ali, I've got to ask, why do people make such a big deal about the Great Wall of China? I mean, it's just a really long wall, right?
Oh, it's way more than that, Anu. Think of it as one of humanity's longest running experiments in security, culture, and even identity. Imagine building a defense project so massive it stretches over 20,000 kilometers across deserts, mountains, rivers, all to protect an empire. And get this, parts of it are over 2,000 years old.
Wait, 20,000 kilometers? That's like halfway around the planet. But why go through all that trouble? Was it really just for defense?
That's the wild part. Sure, defense was huge, but the war was also about drawing a line, literally, between different worlds. On one side, settled farmers and cities. On the other, nomadic tribes. The wall was where these civilizations crashed into each other, traded, fought, and sometimes even blended.
So it wasn't just about keeping people out, it was about, like, identity?
Exactly. The wall wasn't just stones and bricks. It was a symbol of power, of fear, and of what it meant to be Chinese. The emperors wanted to protect what they saw as their way of life, their culture, from what they called barbarians. But, ironically, building the wall spread their own culture outwards as people were relocated and new towns sprang up along its route.
That sounds kind of familiar. Like, borders today still shape who we think we are, right?
Totally. Think about how much debate there is now about immigration, national security, even building barriers. The Great Wall is like the ultimate historical example of trying to draw a boundary between us and them.
But how did they even pull it off? I mean, this thing's huge, and it's not just one wall, right?
You're right, it's a whole system. Walls, watchtowers, fortresses, even special roads for horses. And it wasn't built all at once. Different dynasties added their own sections with different materials and techniques. Some parts are just packed earth, others are these crazy stone fortresses. Each era left its mark.
That must have taken, what, centuries? Did people actually live on the wall?
Oh yeah, soldiers and workers lived and even died there. There are poems and stories about the suffering it took to build the wall. It's such a big deal in Chinese literature. Like this old poem, Soldier's Ballad, talks about the misery of the men sent to defend it.
That's kind of sad, actually. All that suffering just to keep people apart.
And that's one reason the wall's still such a powerful symbol. It's not just pride or strength, it's also about the cost of security and the human stories behind it.
So, what about today? The wall's ancient, but people still care, right?
Absolutely. The Chinese government spends a ton on protecting it. There are laws just for the wall, and it's a source of national pride. But there's a balancing act. Millions of tourists want to see it. So there are cable cars, gift shops, even hotels near some parts. That's actually hurting the wall's authenticity in places.
Wait, so building stuff for tourists can actually damage the real thing?
Yeah, and that's a huge issue everywhere, not just China. Think about Venice or Machu Picchu. Too many visitors can wear down what makes these places special. It's a debate. How do you share world heritage, but also keep it safe for the future?
That's like the whole sustainability thing, right? Tourism brings money, but if you're not careful, you lose what made the place worth visiting.
Exactly. The wall's managed by national and local governments with special plans to keep it authentic. They're trying to balance protection, tourism, and even local economies. It's tough because the wall's so massive, it runs across entire provinces.
So, is the wall in danger of disappearing? Or,
Some parts are, yeah. Weather, neglect, and too many tourists can wear it down. But there's a big push now for better management, smarter tourism, more restoration, and getting people to understand why it matters.
that makes sense. But why should someone outside China care?
Because the wall isn't just a Chinese story. It's a human story about how we build, defend, and define our communities. It's about connecting and dividing, about what we choose to preserve. And those questions, we're still asking them everywhere, every day.
So basically, the Great Wall's like a giant reminder of how complicated it is to keep our history safe and how much borders shape who we are, even now.
Exactly. The wall's not just ancient bricks in the dirt, it's a living symbol. Every debate about borders, security, and heritage echoes what happened there. Remembering its story helps us see those issues in a whole new light.
I never thought a wall could be so much more than just, well, a wall.
That's the power of history, Anu. The past isn't gone. It's still shaping us, one stone at a time.
That's it for today's episode on Fun Learn Talks, where stories from business, technology, and history keep your curiosity alive. If you enjoyed the journey, make sure to follow, rate, or share it with a fellow curious mind. And hey, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment or connect with us online. I'm Anu, and I'll catch you next time, right here on Fun Learn Talks. Until then, keep learning, keep wondering.